Go ahead and choose one of the recording styles that you prefer, either from left to right or in the columns, and make sure that you're ready to record questions that you have about yourself, a child or children, the social situation, or your shared knowledge. You're looking now at a photograph of 3 children. Go ahead and pause the video and record questions that come to your thoughts about yourself, about one or more of the 3 children, the social situation, which is work period, and then your own Montessori philosophy, your own knowledge of the philosophy. We're going to practice writing connecting questions. Please choose one of the recording styles, the 4 types of questions, either from left to right or, if you prefer, the column system. Go ahead and set up a paper so that you're ready to record questions about yourself, about a child or children, the social situation, or about the Montessori philosophy. I'm going to show you a photograph of 3 children working, so the social situation is the work period. Go ahead and look at the picture, and here's the challenge. We often look at a picture trying to figure out what's going on. And what I'm asking you to do is pause in trying to understand the picture. Pause your understanding and instead allow yourself to ask questions. Here's the photograph. As you can see, there are 3 children at this table, so it is the work period. That's the social situation. What questions could you ask when you look at this picture about yourself, about a child or the children, about the work period social situation, and questions about Montessori philosophy? Pause the video and go ahead and record your questions about yourself, a child or children, the social situation, and the Montessori philosophy. Well, let's continue now. Observation is a habit to develop by practice. Now I'm inviting you to share your list. Observation is a habit we develop by practice. And part of practice is to communicate our observations. So I'm inviting you to share your list. Go ahead and post your list in the platform and allow yourself to discuss your list with other people in the course. But now let's practice again. Here's the chart all over again. I chose this column system, but you can, of course, use the left to right format if that's your preference. Again, we're going to practice writing questions about ourselves, a child or children, the social situation, or the Montessori philosophy. Here's another picture for us to look at. And again, be careful. Sometimes we observe to try to figure out what's going on, but instead use your chart. What questions come to mind about this child? Now, as you're watching the picture, go ahead to write questions about yourself, the child, the social situation is again a work period, and Montessori philosophy. Now, as you did before, share your list of questions in the discussion group and allow yourself to respond to some others in your course. So we've looked now at the first part of the observation process: connect, obtain, reflect, and engage. What we're going to do now is to focus our attention on obtain, on different techniques and different methods for recording information. To begin, I show you this slide, which is a list of suggestions from Dr. Maria Montessori. First, she taught when we obtain information, we need to be patient. The children will only behave in the way they are behaving. The children will only develop themselves at the speed that they actually do grow and develop. You and I have to be patient. When we're observing, when we're recording, she said, refrain from acting. Don't jump out of your chair to go fix something or go correct something. Just observe. And when we're observing, we should avoid disturbing the children. Same idea. Don't jump out of your chair to do something. Don't interrupt. Don't disturb. Instead, remain silent. Be motionless. Just observe. And then we should not show admiration or annoyance when we're observing. In other words, no facial expressions of horror if something is horrifying you, or joy and delight if something is really delightful to you. Keep a kind of neutral face. And then finally, over time, we should observe all of the children, not just one child every day. You may want to observe one child more than one day, but to repeat myself, we should observe all of the children during the course of time. Observation is a habit to develop by practice. So how we record, how we obtain information, here are some things for us to practice. Being patient, not acting or doing something else when we're observing. Don't disturb the children. Be silent, don't move around. Don't show any admiration or annoyance when we are observing, and over time observe all of the children. To observe, to record information, you're going to have to create some general procedures. This is a plan. You need a routine. You need to know when you're going to start recording and when you're going to finish. You need to plan where in the room you'll go to do the recording. You'll want to tell children that you are recording today, and that if they need help or assistance, to go to another adult. Now, sometimes the children may forget this and they may come to you while you're recording and just gently, quietly redirect the child to someone else. Make sure that you do have the support from the other adults in the classroom while you're going to record. They need to know that you're not available during that time. And finally, you want to manage all of the information you've recorded. Don't allow day after day after day to go by without rereading it. To manage your observational data is to read your notes. Read it more than once. You're looking for patterns. You're looking for information that you've repeated in your notes. And also, you're looking to teach yourself, what did I not record? Are there movements that I don't write down? Are there noises and sounds that I don't write down? Are there facial expressions that the children are making that I don't record? Are there body postures and the way in which the child turns, or how the child is using his hands that I don't write down? By reviewing your observation data, not waiting to do it, but doing it every day, you are developing very strong habits of observation recording. And you need those habits to become a really effective Montessori guide. Some more general procedures. Do personalize your writing materials. Dr. Montessori never said what kind of book to write in or what kind of colored pen to use. Personalize it so that you might enjoy how you're recording and what you're recording with. Be sure every time you record that you put the date, the starting time, and when you're finished, make sure you write the ending time. This is really, really important. You need to create a recording routine, so if today you recorded in the middle of the work period, tomorrow you might want to repeat recording at the same middle of the work period time. But then the third day, start earlier or record later. You want to be able to see that you're recording different parts of the work period, not always the same time, day after day after day. And recording starting and ending times will help you do that. Separate your descriptions from your interpretations. This is very, very important to do. I see